Okay, so I'm going to turn this just a little bit so we're facing a little bit more anteriorly to it, and then we are going to slide this palette a little bit to the right, and then we'll be able to just see the ducts within the liver, and you can see the left hepatic duct and the right hepatic duct, and they come together to form the common hepatic duct. The common hepatic duct joins up with the cystic duct from the gallbladder here, and they form the common bile duct, and that passes posterior to the head and neck of the pancreas and then goes into the duodenum. I'm going to see if I can turn down the music just a little bit in here. Sound. Let's turn the sound off. It's not a bad little bit of music, but it's annoying after a while, so we're going to turn that off. So now I'm going to slide just a little bit more to the right. And now we're able to see the veins, and I know this does not look like the veins. It's sort of a cross between the veins and the arteries, but this is the vena cava, and it is running up posterior to the liver. And at the bottom, you can see the portal vein, and I know sometimes that's called the hepatic portal vein, which can sometimes be confusing when you also have the hepatic veins at the more superior side of the liver. But this is a portal vein, and it's bringing blood from the rest of the body to be filtered by the liver, and then it's draining out of the hepatic veins into the IVC before it goes to the right atrium of the heart. So portal vein goes into the liver on the inferior side, puts blood into the liver to be cleaned and filtered, and then comes out of the liver through the hepatic veins, the different branches of the hepatic veins, and into the IVC to go up to the right atrium. So now I'm going to slide just a little bit more to the right, and we will see the arteries. And this is the aorta coming down from the aortic arch and passing posterior to the liver. You can see the first branch off of the aorta is a celiac axis or celiac trunk. The splenic artery is traveling to the left side of the body here, and the proper hepatic artery is going to the right. And then this one shows it coming off the proper hepatic artery, but it's actually a slightly separate vessel. It's not showing that well here, but then this is the right gastric artery. And if ever you get confused about what vessels are which and you want to use the labels, you're more than welcome to. So there's a right gastric artery here and the proper hepatic artery here, and then the splenic artery. And so I'm going to close that out here. And then if you go, instead of going just to the right to get the vessels, if you go up and to the right-hand corner up here, you will get the segmentation of the liver. So I'm going to start with just the liver portions itself. So remember from our lectures before that segment 1 is a caudate lobe, which is on the posterior side of the liver. So I'm going to spin this around so that you can see that. I'm guessing that I need a new battery because this is very slow to respond. Okay, so there's segment 1. That's the caudate lobe of the liver. And then we're going to come back around to the anterior side. And this is segment 2, which is the superior left portion of the liver. Superior side, anterior side, left portion of the liver. Segment 3 is inferior to that, the inferior left lobe of the liver. Segment 4 is the left side of the liver. Now, this is the surgical side. Remember that this is the anatomical left side of the liver, and this is the anatomical right side of the liver. But in the surgical side, they actually consider this also the left lobe of the liver. So this is segment 4, both superior and inferior, sometimes labeled A and B, but for right now, we will just worry about this being segment 4. Segment 5 is on the inferior side of the right liver, so inferior and anterior. Going to turn it just a little bit, I hope. There we go. Segment 6 is the inferior posterior right lobe of the liver. Segment 7 is the superior posterior side of the right lobe of the liver. And segment 8 is the superior anterior right lobe of the liver.